Join me in the flags. Right hand over your heart, ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, City Clerk. Do we have any changes to today's agenda?
We do not. If I could call the roll.
Yes, please.
Mayor Ibarra,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis,
Here.
Councilmember Menke,
Present.
Councilmember Gonzalez,
Here.
Councilmember Lopez.
Here.
You have a quorum.
May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll move.
I'll
I'll second.
City Clerk.
Motion by Councilmember Lopez, seconded by Councilmember Menke to approve the agenda. Mayor Ibarra,
Here. Oh, yes, sorry.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Yes.
Councilmember Menke.
Yes.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Yes.
Councilmember Lopez.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now we'll take public comment from the members of the audience. If you would like to provide a public comment through Zoom, please click the raise hand button. At this time, the public is encouraged to address the city council on any matter that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city council. The public will also be given a chance to comment on matters which are on the posted agenda during the city council deliberation on those specific matters. Are there any public comment at this time?
If you're participating via Zoom and you'd like to speak under public comment, please use the raise your hand button down at the bottom of your Zoom. I think we're okay with no comments.
Thank you. We'll now go on to presentation item. Agenda item number 1 is a proclamation honoring Anthony R. Hinojos, Water Maintenance Worker, Senior. Human Resource Director Earl will present this item.
Good morning, Mayor and members of the City Council. This morning, we'd like to celebrate the life and legacy of a longtime city employee, Anthony Hinojos, who recently and unexpectedly passed away, by presenting Anthony's family with a proclamation from the Mayor and City Council. We're honored to have members of Anthony's family here with us this morning, including his wife, Jenna, and their 3 daughters, Alexa, Megan, and Peyton, as well as many of his coworkers. I'd like to read the proclamation and then ask the mayor to present it to his family. A proclamation of the mayor and city council of the city of Vernon in memory of Anthony R. Hinojos and in recognition of his dedicated service to the city of Vernon. Whereas on May 6, 2021, the Public Utilities Department was informed of the sudden and unexpected passing of Anthony R. Hinojos on May 4, 2021. And whereas Anthony R. Hinojos, Water Maintenance Worker Senior, was a beloved and integral member of the Vernon Public Utilities Water Division. And whereas Anthony R. Hinojos provided over 26 years of dedicated service to the city of Vernon. And whereas during the course of his employment with the city of Vernon, Anthony R. Hinojos held the positions of Utility Man 4, effective September 18, 1994, Utility Man 3, effective October 17, 2004, and Water Maintenance Worker Senior, effective May 20th, 2014. And whereas during his long and distinguished career with the city of Vernon, Anthony R. Hinojos won the deepest respect of his colleagues through his professional support, dedication, and his many contributions to the city. And whereas Anthony R. Hinojos was a devoted father to his 3 daughters, Alexa, Megan, and Peyton, a loving husband to his wife, Jenna, and a caring friend to many. And whereas his life was dedicated to the best interests of the community, where he volunteered his time as a sports coach, and whereas he will be remembered for his many contributions to the city, for serving as a member to his fellow crew members, for his big heart, down-to-earth nature, commitment to family, love of sports, and his true friendships. And whereas the mayor and the city council of the city of Vernon, on behalf of its employees, residents, and businesses, extend their deepest condolences to the family of Anthony R. Hinojos and offer their heartfelt sympathies to his many friends and colleagues. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of the city of Vernon, on behalf of its employees, residents, and businesses, hereby honor the life of Anthony R. Hinojos and his many years of service to the city. This proclamation is being presented to the family of Anthony R. Hinojos by the Honorable Mayor Melissa Ibarra for and on behalf of the City Council of the City of Vernon, this first day of June 2021.
May I have the family come up here to receive the proclamation?
Thanks, come on up.
Our deepest condolences go out to you and the family, as well as the department. Thank you. We'll now go on to item number 2. City Administrator Report, and City Administrator Fandino will present the item.
Good morning, Honorable Mayor and City Council members. I have 3 items I'd like to report on. The first one is the 37th Street Island. It's the most recent street island to be beautified in Vernon. And let's get the report out to show you a picture of it. Next slide. So Public Works crews have been updating the street islands by installing new drought tolerant landscaping. The landscaping palette has been selected to be visually interesting and stand up to the harsh vehicle dominated environment and low maintenance. Public Works has been following a plan to beautify each street island in Vernon. Here's a picture of the installed landscaping with the island. That's the after picture. Next slide is on May 6, 2021, a representative from BNSF contacted Public Works Department regarding safety concerns due to the condition of the street in front of the driveway on 26th Street. Repair of the street was originally planned for early 2020, but delayed due to COVID pandemic. The street in front of the driveway is subject to the forces of heavy trucks turning and stopping on the way in and out of the driveway. In order to make a long-lasting permanent improvement, the street crew removed asphalt from the area and street most impacted by trucks, replacing it with reinforced concrete. The Public Works Department, in coordination with BNSF, completed the work between May 21st and May 25th, 2021. This shows the public work crews in the midst of the project. And here's the final repair. On May 20th, 2021, HECD assisted with the city's annual electronic and universal waste recycling event hosted by the Green Vernon Commission in collaboration with Aerial Global Incorporated. We collected approximately 40 pallets of waste. The event provides an opportunity for business operators and residents to recycle electronic waste. And events like these are important because they help keep the dangerous contaminants out of landfills and away from water supplies. Staff collected e-waste from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and here's some of the photos of the event. And this is and I think that's it. No further.
Thank you. We'll go on to agenda item number 3, Business Appreciation Recognition Program. Angela Kimmy from City Admin will represent this item.
Good morning, Honorable Mayor and council members. On behalf of the City Administrator, I'll be presenting our new Economic Development Program for Business Appreciation and Recognition. Higher? Better? Okay. Okay, there we go. So our goals for this program are threefold. To demonstrate our appreciation to new and existing businesses. We know that businesses have a choice where they operate, and we appreciate that they operate, that they choose to operate in Vernon. To raise recognition for successful Vernon businesses, and to promote the city of Vernon as a place where businesses thrive. We work hard to create an environment where businesses can cultivate longevity in the city of Vernon. By way of background, the city has approximately 1,800 businesses, give or take. The city permits an average of 100 new businesses a year. And I am pleased and surprised actually to say that the city has already permitted 71 new businesses this year. Even during a global pandemic, Vernon is growing and businesses here are thriving. So the first element of our program is to welcome new businesses. There are two elements to this. The first part applies to every new business. Each new business will be presented with a framed certificate of occupancy. They'll be featured in a welcome greeting in the city administrator's report. And we'll be taking out ad space in the LA Business Journal to welcome our new businesses. This is offering our new businesses a little free promotion while also highlighting the city of Vernon as a dynamic place to do business. The second part of our welcome is for large and notable businesses. They'll receive a framed proclamation by the City Council. So we'll invite them here so you can meet representatives from the company. And a ribbon cutting ceremony where we'll invite you to attend and invite our state and regional elected officials to participate as well. For appreciation of our longevity businesses, we'll be taking out congratulatory ad space in the Los Angeles Business Journal, celebrating landmark anniversaries starting at 20 years in 5-year increments. Longevity businesses will also be acknowledged on streetlight flags. This will be for businesses operating over 50 years in the city. Currently, that's over 40 companies. And let's see, we featured on a new website banner for businesses operating over 75 years. And businesses at 50, 75, and 100-year milestones will receive city proclamations as well. We will coordinate with our state and county elected officials to issue proclamations as well for businesses at 75 and 100-year milestones. I do have one caveat on this part of the program. The longevity information is based on business license data. So we're talking about longevity businesses, so business records in excess of 50, 75 years. So, you know, we anticipate there to be some gaps, but also the business license data when a company moves, changes location within the city, or they change their name, they're issued a new business license. So this will require some outreach on our part, networking with the businesses to let them know about the program so that if they're impacted, that they can reach out to us, give us the current information. We're keeping a special database just for this program. So moving forward, we won't have to rely on the business license data for existing companies. So on to brand and notable businesses. So we'll be doing more street flags for recognizable corporate brand names. This will feature their brand names or their products, you know, however the company feels can best, you know, demonstrate or market their business in the city. And the featured business of the month. So this is something that we're hoping to expand in the future, but for now, there will be a business spotlight on the city's new webpage. So this is work in progress. Don't tell anybody I showed you. But so the images will change, but this is what it will look like, and it'll be on the homepage of the city's new website. And for businesses undertaking significant sustainability efforts, in coordination with the Public Utilities Department, this recognition is in support of sustainability and carbon reduction efforts. We'll be highlighting companies that undertake notable projects or are participating in one of VPU's emission reduction programs. So we'll be highlighting these program participants. Businesses will also receive a plaque for significant achievement in environmental sustainability. They'll receive recognition in the city administrator's report at a city council meeting. Recognition also at the Vernon Green Commission. And for communications and ongoing outreach, we appreciate that the city's Business and Industry Commission is the kind of collective voice of Vernon's businesses, but city administration wants to have a more one-on-one relationship with our businesses. So to that end, we have created an economic development email address to help facilitate that conversation. It's a way for businesses to reach out directly to city administration and tell us about their questions or concerns or suggestions for service improvements. This is the first part of how we plan to, provide a forum for the city to hear more directly from businesses and see where, we're meeting expectations and where we're not, so we can continue to grow and develop. And that's the last of my slides. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Mm-hmm. Just wondered what qualifies as large and notable.
So at either the company's discretion or the city's discretion, if we get a large company that, is Fortune 500, recognizable brand name company, or, maybe a new innovative company that's doing something really trendsetting or unusual or new, any of those types of businesses will be considered for that notable. The street flags is one way for us to communicate to the people who are driving through the city every day what else is happening here besides where they work. And it's for residents, it's for employees, it's for employees in the businesses here to know, that what's happening in Vernon. It's good marketing for us, and it's also good promotion for the businesses as well. So we're not looking at it with a very strict definition. The intent is to share information. So, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, good morning, Honorable Mayor, honorable members of the City Council. Thank you for the opportunity to present for the council's consideration the final draft of the operating and capital budget for the upcoming fiscal year 2021, 2022. This final draft is presented after an introduction and 2 workshops that cover the particulars of the 21-22 budget. And at the May 4th and 18 workshops, staff presented the draft of the citywide budget, which included an overview of the city's overall financial position. And it should be noted that the budget that is presented is a structurally balanced budget that will continue to add to fund balance reserves. We also identified some long-term challenges and as noted, we'll be bringing forward strategies to address these in both the short and longer term. So in addition to city's fiscal policy, budget process, historical budget comparisons, both citywide and fund specific, staff presented this final draft with only minor revisions to the general fund, which was primarily the addition of a grant. So it's largely unchanged. So in conclusion, as the council has had the opportunity to review the budget schedules over the last 2 meetings, staff is recommending the adoption of the fiscal year 2021-22 operating and capital budget. And we would like to take this opportunity to answer any questions that you may have. And if adopted, the budget will go into effect July 1, 2021.
Thank you. Do any members of the city council have questions for staff at this time? I'll now open the public hearing. If any members of the public would like to speak on this matter, please click the raised hand button. Comments should be limited to 3 minutes. Please state your name and business affiliation, if any. Are there any public comment on Zoom?
No.
Thank you. See that there's no public comment. I'll now close the public comment portion of the public hearing. Does the city council have any questions of staff at this time? Seeing that all questions have been addressed, if any, I'll hereby close this public hearing and open council deliberations. Once deliberations are completed, I'll entertain a motion. Is there a motion on this item?
I'll move.
Make it a second.
Second.
City clerk?
Motion by Councilmember Davis, seconded by Mayor, I'm sorry, let's try that again. Motion by Councilmember Lopez, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Davis to adopt resolution number 2021-13, approving and adopting the annual operating and capital budget for fiscal year 2021-2022, and adopt resolution number 2021-14, adopting the appropriations limit for fiscal year 2021-2022 pursuant to Government Code Section 7910. Mayor Ibarra,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Yes.
Councilmember Menke.
Yes.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Yes.
Councilmember Lopez.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We'll now go on to consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar are to be approved with one motion. Items may be removed from the consent calendar by any members of the council. Those items removed will be considered immediately after the consent calendar. Does council wish to pull any items from the consent calendar? Are there any public comments for the consent calendar? Anything on Zoom?
No.
May I have a motion for consent calendar items numbers 5 through 13?
I move.
May I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Davis, seconded by Councilmember Menke to approve the consent calendar. Mayor Ibarra,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis,
Yes.
Councilmember Menke,
Yes.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Yes.
Councilmember Lopez.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We'll now go on to new business. Agenda item number 14, citywide fringe benefit policy. Human Resources Director Earl will present the report.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the City Council. In conjunction with the update to the city's classification and compensation plan and list of current classifications, staff is recommending an update to the auto allowance section of the city's fringe benefit policy. The language in the policy has been revised to specify that the city administrator, department directors, and their deputies or assistant directors are eligible classifications for auto allowance. The specific revision corrects an inequity among department directors and as two positions had not previously been eligible. We've also recommended the removal of fire department language as those classifications no longer exist. We've also recommend that removal of a longevity provision that applied to sworn fire personnel as those classifications no longer exist, and that language also was in the MOU. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have on this item.
Thank you. Does council have any technical questions for staff? Are there any public comments for this item? Zoom?
No.
May I have a motion for item number 14?
So moved.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion from council? City Clerk, roll call.
Motion by Councilmember Menke, seconded by Councilmember Lopez to adopt resolution number 2021-15, adopting citywide fringe benefits policy and repealing resolution number 2020-18. Mayor Ibarra,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis,
Yes.
Councilmember Menke,
Yes.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Yes.
Councilmember Lopez.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Agenda item number 15 is the classification and compensation plan. Human Resources Director Earl will present this report.
Thank you. Staff is recommending a comprehensive update to the city's classification and compensation plan. The proposed revisions to the plan incorporate changes in classifications that have occurred throughout the year as previously approved by City Council, as well as to incorporate changes that have been proposed in the 2021-2022 fiscal year budget. The proposed changes for new and revised classifications have come from department review of staffing as part of the budget process within each of the respective departments and a reallocation of positions. An emphasis has been placed on maintaining current staffing levels and not increasing the total number of budgeted positions in the city. It should be noted, however, that with the elimination of 52 positions in the fire department, the total number of budgeted positions has been reduced from approximately 258 in the 2020-2021 budget to 206 positions in the 21-22 budget. Staff is recommending approval of 7 revised classifications, the establishment of 6 new classifications, and approval of the comprehensive and restated classification and compensation plan. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have on this item as well.
Are there any questions from council at this time on this item? Are there any public comments on Zoom?
No, I don't see any.
May I have a motion for item number 15?
I move on 15.
I'll second.
City Clerk?
Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Davis, seconded by Councilmember Lopez to approve the revised job descriptions, approve the new job descriptions, and adopt resolution number 2021-16, adopting the classification and compensation plan in accordance with Government Code Section 20636B1 and repealing resolution number 2020-19 and as amended by several resolutions. Mayor Ibarra,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis,
Yes.
Councilmember Menke,
Yes.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Yes.
Councilmember Lopez.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We'll now go on to oral reports.
Governor Newsom has included a $454 million budget in the state budget to support the Exide cleanup. State budget approval is still pending, but it's promising that the funding for this important work has been allocated. Many thanks to Assemblymember Santiago, who has been a huge advocate for Vernon and its surrounding communities to ensure that the cleanup at Exide plant is prioritized. I will share more information with City Council as that becomes available. Tonight is, as just a reminder, the canvassing for the June 1st special municipal election will open to the public. If you're interested, you may view the process in person in the council chambers, or you may view via Zoom. Ballots are due by 8 p.m. tonight, and canvassing will commence shortly thereafter. Graduation summer kickoff event. The city will host a graduation summer kickoff event on June 24th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. All Vernon residents are welcome to attend. Vernon graduates pre-K through college will be honored and given a special gift for the city. Additionally, the 6 Vernon Community Fund Scholarship Grant recipients for 2021 will be invited to share in the festivities. The Habit will be offering free food to attendees, and there will be a special prizes raffled off to the graduates. A Vernon flyer with details will be distributed soon. Upcoming meetings on June 9th at 6 PM, Vernon Housing Commission meeting is scheduled. That's all I have.
Thank you. Are there any reports from council? We'll now go on to closed session for items number 16. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thank you.
Nobody needs to attend remote, right? No remote attendees for this.